Hi there, everyone. Helena from Scratch Magazine here, and I am so honoured and delighted that we are joined today by the incredible Celina Ryden. Welcome, Celina.
Thank you.
I mean, if I had an applause sound effect, I would use it now. So it is lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. Where in the world are you right now?
I am in Stockholm, Sweden at my studio.
Fantastic. Because you're usually, I mean, pre-COVID, traveling about all over the place in your various roles and guises, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, but not anymore. Now I'm just here.
No, yeah, I've seen you at a number of trade shows all over the world before,
Yeah.
and you've been very, very busy, and because you're an international educator and ambassador for Light Elegance, aren't you?
Yeah, well, we don't call it ambassador anymore. I'm more like the influencer, but it's kind of, I mean, I have kind of the same I do the same thing. It's just kind of called something different because the ambassador word it has changed so much since I started with the ambassador role. So we kind of had to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Made it pretty current. I mean, you've got quite a few hats as an educator, as an influencer, and as a social media star. Tell us a little bit about your career story. How did you first get into nails?
Oh wow. Well, it's kind of shocking every time I tell someone like, well, I started to back in 2005. I always feel so old because every time it just adds another year to it. It's like, oh, I have 16 years of experience. So yeah, it started back in 2005. It was actually here, kind of in this area where I'm right now, because I met a friend that just got her nails done, and back in 2005, that was not a thing. People didn't really know about nails. It was more like, fancy, rich old ladies who kind of did nails. And but I was super fascinated with hers, and she told me that she got them done at a nail school, so she was modeling for the students. And it's just kind of like 2 minutes that way, actually, where I attended that school. So I went there because I wanted to try it out. So I was modeling for a student, and I just completely fell in love with it, and went to that school, and kind of the rest is history. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
Got into the nail jet. And have you worked in different kind of environments, or have you always been quite independent?
Well, I started out at the same salon that the teacher owned. I was there for about 9 months, and that was actually my first kind of real job after getting out of high school. So I didn't have it that easy like in high school. It was always kind of, people were kind of drawn to me with drama, and I was like, oh, it's going to be so nice to get out of school and just be around adult people, no drama. I just want to do my thing. I want to be creative, blah blah blah. And yeah, that did not happen. So I was there for 9 months, but the ladies at that salon, they were awful. So I pretty much took all my stuff and ran out of there 9 months later. And so I borrowed a place at my grandfather's apartment, well, a room. So I continued there, but I was pretty disappointed with the nail industry and also like the grown up life. So I actually got into my dance career at that time. So I was working as a professional dancer and choreographer for like 10 years and kept the nails on the side. So I was not into trends or anything like that. I just kind of kept my clients. And once I got my own apartment, I continued there. So my clients came home to me. And after a while, I think it was like 28 or something, 27, 28, I felt like, okay, I think it's time to retire from the dance career because, it kind of takes a toll on your body. I was having quite a lot of injuries and so on, and I was kind of fed up with it anyway. So I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? And my dad convinced me, like, shouldn't you like try the nail thing again? I mean, you have the training. Maybe you can just sit someplace until you figure out what you want to do. And I was like, no, I hate nails. It's so boring. I don't want to do nails.
Oh, how
But
things change.
I know. And then I actually found a place. I got to sit at a hair salon for free. And 6 months later, I got to do Kesha when she came to Stockholm. So things moved on pretty fast from there. And so I sat at a hair salon. I moved to another hair salon after that, figured out that I don't think I want to be at a hair salon because hairstylists can be pretty woohoo themselves.
I'm gonna let you finish that sentence.
Well, it's lots of stuff are happening at the hair salon. So I moved to a nail salon, like pure nails, and then they had lashes as well. And then I just realized that I don't think I belong at a salon. So I got my place, and this is where I've been for the past 3.5 years, I think.
Amazing. Well, I guess you probably re-entered the nail industry, I guess, at the same time social media was becoming more apparent and more useful to the beauty world. And like just looking at some of your stats now, I mean, you've got 97,000 YouTube subscribers, 197,000 Instagram followers, and your content is fantastic. I watch your reels, you tag us in quite a lot. They're so funny as well. You've got that brilliant balance of creativity, education, support, and also humor. And did you have any social media training, or how have you sort of grown and evolved that?
Not at all. I mean, when I got back to the nail industry, and that was like around 2012-ish, I think, that is when Instagram launched. So I was like, well, this is a fun app. I'm just going to try it out. I had no clue what I was doing. And because I was one of the first people on the app doing nails, I grew so fast. And we were like kind of a crew on Instagram. We were kind of like the OGs. And we were helping each other out because the algorithm was so different back then. You know, when you posted something, it actually was shown to all your followers.
It was so simple back then.
It was so nice.
It doesn't change every week.
Better times. But we helped each other. So we shared each other's work. And so we grew really fast together. And it was kind of like, I think there were a lot of like US techs, and they more or less like adopted me because I was like the exotic little Swedish nail tech. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. And then, you know, they shared me and so on. But that is also how I got in touch with Light Elegance, because they noticed me on social media. But I was one of the lucky ones to be one of the first ones on the platform. And I think that is something that I always take with me, because now with TikTok or whatever platform that is blowing up, if you are on there like one of the first ones, then you have the chance to take advantage of that. So I think that, you need to kind of keep your antennas out and see kind of what is growing and how it's growing, and just be there. So.
And I think the thing that we've noticed a lot with nail education is that obviously the techniques and the creativity and the actual physicality of nails is taught, but what might be lacking is social media advice, business skills, marketing advice. What would you say to people that have maybe just entered the nail industry and have no idea how to market themselves? What suggestions and advice would you give for making the most out of social media?
Well, I would say don't overwhelm yourself with being on every single platform to start with. I think that because now I have been working with social media for such a long time, so it's easier for me to kind of adapt to different platforms. Right now, you know, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I'm doing reels. You try to be everywhere, but I think that start out with two. I mean, if you have Instagram, you can have Facebook, because you can just cross post and it's really easy. Right now, I would say try to do reels if you can, because it's such a new feature on Instagram. Well, new on Instagram, they tend to promote you more when you do reels. Like as soon as they launch a new feature, try to be first, because then they will promote you more. But in general, I would say focus on two platforms and try to be as authentic and like try to come across as, it's easy to copy people. Try to be an individual and try to answer the question like, why should they follow you? What is special about you? And don't try, I mean, you can take influences from different people around, but what is specific like about you? Why would people want to follow you? And try to emphasize that a lot into your content. So, and also, of course, I would say the most important rule is to not mix personal and business.
Definitely.
So yes.
There's a thin line there, isn't there? And I was about to say that there's something to be said for humanizing your content and being yourself, and you're brilliant at that on your reels, in that you inject a bit of playfulness and some humor, but it never borders into unprofessional. It's getting that line and that balance just right between, okay, this is what makes me stand out, this is why you'll remember me because I've had a joke about this, or I've created a reel that looks like this and is quite quirky, but it's still maintaining that professionalism at the same time, isn't it? But absolutely. I think competition is so rife out there that it's nice to add a bit of a human touch.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, as you say, it's like keeping that red thread going through all your content. Like even if you are posting, telling your followers about your day, make it about nails because they're following you because of the nails. Don't make it about well, I had this for lunch and then I went out with my dog and then I had drinks with my friends. And it's like, well, that is not nail related. I'm sorry, but I am not interested in your dog or your friends. Well, I'm probably interested in your dog, but it's like you have to keep it, like stick to your theme. And because Kim Kardashian, she can be personal. She can show you what she had for lunch or whatever. But when 1,000 million people show you your lunch, people aren't going to be interested. They follow you because they liked something, and that was nails.
Unless you've got, you're having sushi for lunch and you happen to be have sushi nail art on your nails, then that's relevant. That's bridge the gap. That's bridging the kind of personal human side of it. But anything else, you've got to maintain that. What is the follower following you for, I guess.
So I think that the fastest way to grow on social media is to pick a niche and be really specific and ask questions like, what would my niche want to see on my social media? Like, are there questions that they have that I can answer, or are they only interested in inspiration? Can I tweak that in some way? I mean, you have to really get to know the people that are following you, but also remember that the stuff that you put out is also what you're going to get. So if you put out only French manicure nails and you hate it, but of course you attract those people because you post French manicures, then you will only get clients that are going to be wanting French manicures. So then you might want to do tips with nail art, for example, to attract those people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we touched on your how Like Elegance spotted you via social media. Can you tell us a little bit more about your journey with the brand and what you love about it?
Oh, well, it's I think it was around 2013, 14. I got in contact with the Swedish Light Elegance distributor, tried out the products, and I loved it. I went from soak off to hard gels, and I was trained in soak off. I didn't know how to shape. We weren't taught how to shape. So that was completely new, but I loved it. So I just started to post things in different Facebook groups and on Instagram. And then I think it was Lexi who reached out to me and was like, oh my God, we love you so much. Can we send you something? And then, they started to send me products and I did some content with it. And I think it was around when I was entering the online competition, Next Top Nail Artist. And I asked them, because then we had some contact, like before that we were talking a little bit, but then I asked them, you know what, wouldn't it be cool if we did something in when I do this competition, because then you can get promoted and we can help each other out. So they loved it. And I was like, what about like ambassador? Because there weren't any ambassadors in the nail world back then. It wasn't like a word. I mean, I personally, I took it from the fashion industry, I think, because I had seen people being like ambassadors for fashion brands. So it was like, what if we call it like a brand ambassador? Wouldn't that be cool? And they loved it. So yeah, we continued from there. And after I finished the competition, they announced me also as their international educator, and things just kind of moved on from there. I think the first trade show we did, they invited me to Orlando, and that was just so much fun and like one of the best memories. So they were like, okay, we're just gonna keep you. Just come to the show from now on.
Yes. This is great. I love these traveling perks. But
yeah, I know, and it's so funny because every time I get invited to a new trade show, I never take it for granted. It's like, are you sure you wanna invite me over to you? Like, are you gonna fly me from Sweden to the States just to do a trade show and some classes? Like, are you sure? So yeah,
that's the influencer calling, because you've become such an influencer as well.
I'm happy that they still want me there. So
no, it's brilliant, and hopefully we can get back to traveling a little bit easier soon, and we can see you at many a trade show, particularly some of the UK ones. That would be nice.
Yes. Oh,
not as long a flight, because it's been a while. But I mean, you've had such an amazing journey into the nail industry, and with some dance involved at the same time. But you've tried lots of different aspects of it, and I guess in this lockdown period, when you haven't been able to travel, it's afforded you time to do something a little bit different. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about My Nail Academy?
Yeah, well, it's actually a project that started like 3 years ago, or like, no, actually now, yeah, it's a little bit more, but yeah, about 3 years ago. And well, it actually started when I was doing my training here at my studio, because I did some single day classes with shaping, and I always felt, and my students as well, they were like, oh, I wish we had like more days. I wish we had like 5 days to do this, because you can only learn so much in a day and so much stuff is happening. It would be so nice if we could just come back and continue to practice and have you there and so on. So I decided to start my 5-day program here at my studio, which is called Celina Ryden Certified Nail Artist Program. And when they have 5 days here at the studio, and then they get to go home for 3 months and practice, and then they come back here and then they do the certification, and then they get certified by me. And that is not me making them into nail techs, because they need to have like the training before that. But it's just another, feather in your hat.
Another string to their bow, feather in the cap. Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit like that. So but it was amazing to see how much the students were growing those 5 days. I was shocked every single time. The first time I did it, when I did the 5-day training, I was so proud I could burst. Like it was amazing to see just how much they evolved during those days. And so we continued, and it was really a hit. So I don't know how many of those I did, but then people started to notice this, and they were like, please come to Canada, please come to the UK, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, but I can't do that, because I mean, I can't go back home for 3 months and then come back for 1 day to Canada just to certify you, and then maybe you don't pass and then I have to come back again. It's like, oh, how do I do this? And people weren't obviously able to come here to Stockholm either. So I was like, okay, well, I think I have to do this online. And so I started to put everything together. First, in my mind, I was like, how do I even do this? Because it's such a large program. How do I make sure that people get taught in the way that I want them to get taught and learn the things that I want to learn them, or teach them? So I started to film, and it kind of started to take shape as I was filming. I started to realize, okay, maybe I need to do it more like this and so on. But eventually I had the program already, and I had some nail art classes as well that I filmed. And so I launched My Nail Academy. It's called My Nail Academy. So it's My Nail Academy, but it's like your nail academy as well. In, what was it, May of this year? and I couldn't even imagine the response that I got, but it
You
was
get like 1,000 sign-ups in the first couple of weeks or something, I think.
yeah, around 1,000 in the first 2 months.
Wow.
Pretty breathtaking. Yeah,
Pretty
it was
popular,
amazing.
yeah.
I did not expect that, but and then afterwards I've seen pictures from the students, and still, every single time I get those pictures or see them, it's like my heart is like, every single time. It never gets old.
Oh, it's amazing because you've got a variety, like you said, of different courses on there. You've got the 5-day courses, then you've got some that range from sort of 3 hours to 8 hours.
Yeah.
And one of them, I'll see if I can share this actually. You created a cover for Scratch magazine back in 2018. I looked this up this morning and I was like, oh my goodness, like that seems like such a long time ago. And it won our cover of the year. And
So
it was this one, if
yes.
properly, absolutely
Uh,
stunning and beautiful. And I believe there's a take on these kind of galaxy nails on your
yeah,
education
exactly.
platform.
The ring finger on, well, her left hand. So the hand that you see on the right, the ring finger is like the galaxy.
Yeah.
So that one is on the platform. Yes.
So it's amazing, and you've got loads of different styles on there. You've got baby boomer techniques, and it's just so there's loads of nail art, but there's also a lot of technique work as well, and going
Yeah,
back to basics.
I would say like the most important thing is the 5-day program, because it changes it changes everything. And it's so amazing to see. And I have seen it so many times that I know that it will change your nail game forever. So I'm super proud of that project and the product. So, and yeah, it's kind of like taking your basic knowledge and taking it to the next level. We're almost up at competition level. And yeah, I
And
really
it's a
love
really kind of user-friendly website, which I think is so important for people that are maybe a little bit nervous about how it's going to work online. It seems just very straightforward. The courses are listed, the prices are listed, you've got a rundown of what is taught on each course. And once they've pressed the enroll button, what happens next? How does it run?
Oh, well, you get sent to the course page, and then you have different modules that you go through. So in the first module there, you have maybe the prep. So we start off with prep, and then you have everything in text. You have it in video course. I'm explaining everything as we go. And that was something that was really important to me, to keep it, you try to explain it in different ways. So you have the visual, you have the audio, you have the text, you have content that you can download and print, so you can have it in front of you. You can cross over and underline stuff, and whatever you want to do, you want to draw on it. So as you say, it's very, very, very user friendly. That was one thing that I really wanted to make sure that I nailed. So and then you just continue on with the different sections. After you finish, you watch the video for prep, for example, and then you move on to the quiz section. So you will have to answer a couple of questions to be able to move on to the next section. And that's just to make sure that you understood everything, basically. And then you move on to the next section. So let's say that's extensions using forms. And then you continue on with baby boomer. You have French reverse, you have color application, all that. And then at the end, you will have your certificate, so you can download that and print it and put up on your wall and be happy.
And it's just a great thing for CPD, because I think, like you mentioned on your trailer for the course, because it's an online and it's an international platform, it's not going to necessarily have the tick boxes that are needed for every single individual country to have that accreditation, but you've got certification which shows that you are well developed in certain skill sets, and CPD is so important, isn't it? But what are do you have any prerequisites for people that are looking to enroll in the course? Do they have to have a minimum benchmark of skill?
No, because it would be impossible for me to do that, since people are enrolling from, yeah, as you say, worldwide, and there are so many rules and regulations. So pretty much what I've said is that you take responsibility for where you are located. So if you have specific rules and regulations, then just follow those. And it's really up to you to make sure that you are safe. But since there, I mean, like in the UK, I know you have, which is awesome, you have so much rules and regulations. But then in Sweden, it's like, well, anyone can do anything, and you don't have to show anyone.
It's a little bit like that here, unfortunately, and we're working on regulation, and we've got a few bodies like the Federation of Nail Professionals that have come in to kind of hammer down on that, because at the moment there isn't enough regulation in this industry, but I think there's a lot to be said for continuing development of self and of skills, and this is the kind of perfect platform to do that. And it's, I think, because it's taught by you, who is an influencer and is famed for particular artistry and styles and techniques. It's nice that people can kind of tap into that and learn from you, and then maybe take it away and create their own ideas using yours as a foundation. So where you're an influencer for light elegance, some people that might be watching this now might think, oh, do I have to have been trained with light elegance, or do I have to be familiar with the products? But that's not the case, is it?
No, it's not brand oriented at all. I mean, you can work with any product you like, and I try to keep it as neutral as possible. So if I mention a product, I will say a low viscosity clear gel, and I won't tell you like exactly which one to get, because I want everyone to be able to join and enroll. So yeah, so you can work with whatever product you have. You might have to add something, but you can stick within your line if you want to.
Yeah. And how many courses have you got on My Nail Academy so far?
Oh my God. Well, I have the certified program, and that is part 1, and then just like last week I launched part 2, which runs for 8 weeks, so that's a little bit longer. And then I have, oh my God, I have Galaxy, and we have what
put you on the spot now, haven't I? You've got to try and remember them.
Well, basically I have all the top nail art classes that people always ask me about. So whenever I travel, this is like the top requested designs that I do. So you have rose quartz, you have marble, all those fun things, color ombre. Yeah, exactly. And then you have the 5-day program. I have divided that into section as well. So if you don't want to do the full program, let's say that you only want to learn shaping, then I have put together the videos that would cover the shaping part. And then if you only want to learn the baby boomer, which is included in the 5-day program, then you can buy only the baby boomer section. So I don't know exactly how many there are, but I mean, there are a lot, I would say.
And will you be adding more as time passes? And
absolutely, yes. I have requests on short nails and infills, so that is definitely something that I will start preparing like this fall and winter. And then there will be more instructors on the platform, and many people that you already know about, so that is super exciting. So it's going to be acrylic. Since I don't do acrylic, I have someone that you know very well that is hopefully gonna do the acrylic section, so like a 5-day program with acrylic. And then I have other amazing artists that will do more nail art stuff and the things that they are famous for. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Just growing.
I love how tight-lipped you're being about this. You're like, I'm not revealing any yet. But
no, I can't. I mean, when I have it on paper, everything's signed, maybe, but everything can happen. But hopefully, I mean, it's looking good. So
something to look forward to as well. And I think obviously the learning landscape has changed in the last 18 months. I think, at the start of the pandemic, we saw that period where everyone didn't really know what was going on and how long this thing was going to last. And now we're seeing, on people making big brands making changes to their education programs, having to do a more of a hybrid learning experience. But I know you said in the original release for My Nail Academy that back in the day you were a little bit wary of online nail education, but things have changed and adapted. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of doing it online?
I mean, the advantages is, of course, that anyone can join. I mean, location doesn't matter anymore. And that has always been a struggle, of course, because I'm only one person and I try to travel. You know how much I've been traveling, but still that is not enough. So people always ask me, so when are you coming here? When are you coming here? And as soon as I get back from the States, like, when are you coming back to the States? It's like, help me. I try. So of course, this is a fantastic opportunity to help so many more people around the world, because teaching is something that is so close to my heart and such a huge passion. So it's amazing that I have that opportunity now to reach out to so many more people and techs. And I mean, the disadvantages is, of course, that I won't be able to hover over your shoulder. That is, I mean, I like to be there. And when you hold your brush maybe in the wrong angle, I can come in and, okay, what if you do like this? I can't do that. But the thing is, since I have been teaching for so many years, I know what people will do wrong before they do it. So that is something that I think will set these classes apart quite a lot, because I already know what you're going to do. So I tell you before, like, but don't do this, because I've seen it so many times.
But there's also the option, I think, of a few one-on-ones with you if people wanted to book that. So if they did complete a course and be like, I wasn't getting something quite right and I can't put my finger on it, then I guess that allows the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. So yeah, I do have that option, but still, I'm only one person, so I won't be able to do a lot of them. I mean, I can do as much as I can, but that's why I have tried to be as detailed as possible with the classes, so that you pretty much won't have to ask me anything. I have already covered everything, because it's like, okay, so if you ended up like this, then I will tell you, then this is what you did wrong. So because I know the questions, I know what you're going to ask. So everything is already in there.
You've got it all covered. And it's mynailacademy.com, and you have very, very kindly given anyone that's watching today and our Scratch followers an exclusive discount code until the end of August. So can you reveal what the discount is and what the code is?
It's Scratch.
Hey. So original, easy to remember that one.
Yeah, well, it's Scratch, and you get 10% off on everything on the platform.
That is
so all the classes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we've just had a question from someone saying, are the one-on-one classes just available in Sweden? Oh, they're online though, aren't they? It's like an online.
Well, it's actually right now it's only available for the people who are attending part 2 of the 5-day program, because in part 1 I am teaching everything that I want you to know, and then you practice that. For part 2, you will start to practice, like you have to do 10 sets of and then you move on to the next module and so on. So for part 2, you might need some help, like when you are practicing. Let's say that you do 5 sets and you get something wrong every single time, then maybe you want my help, because it's like, I don't understand what's happening. And then you send me, you get like, what is it, like instructions on the different angles that I want you to send me of the set, and then you get a video sent back from me. So it's pre-recorded. I will take a look at your set and dissect it and analyze it, and then I will just give you my feedback and tell you exactly what you can improve and maybe what went wrong and so on.
Brilliant. It sounds great. I'm sure you'll get so many sign-ups as well, just looking at the website and what's on offer. And you've got some amazing testimonials. Just want to read out one now from Cindy, who says, I think this is the best investment that I've done as a nail tech. This course made a tremendous change to my skills and knowledge. And you've got testimonials all over your website from the thousands of people that have taken part already. And I think it's just, if people just want to have a read of those, it really shows what they can do to kind of enhance their nail skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's always, you know, a thing when you sell something, of course you say it's so amazing, and but I really want to make people understand that this is amazing. Like, this is a program that has been in the works for so many years, and because I see the before and after pictures, I know how much it can change your nail game, and like forever. And it's really, it's made for you. It's made for all the nail techs out there that want that. So it's something that I'm really proud of, but because I'm proud of it because I know that it works.
Yeah. And it's such an incredible platform that you've created. But we've had another question that's from someone that I guess when things go back to normal a little bit more, are you going to have in real life classes in the future?
Yeah, it all depends on the pandemic. I know that I get the question a lot, but yeah, it all depends. I mean, right now I don't even know what countries I'm allowed into even, and when I get there, I might have to be in quarantine for 2 weeks. I mean, it's so messy right now. But of course, when things get back to normal, yeah, that is the main goal. But I can't obviously I can't promise anything, but hopefully, yes.
But watch this space, I guess, see what happens. But what are your plans while you're still in Sweden? What are you up to on a weekly basis? What does a kind of day in your life consist of?
Well, I've been taking like 1.5 months off, so just relaxing, just taking some vacation and recouping for fall and winter. But right now I am actually working on my new web shop. So it's going to be launched in a couple of months, very soon, hopefully. And I will launch some of my own products. So they're nail art stuff that I have been designing. So some of the products are already on the way over to me and to my manufacturer or my distributors. And then I have stuff that I'm making, that I'm creating right now and designing. And I have other things coming up later this year where I will be working on other products. So it's like lots of products that are designed by me, pretty much, and other fun things.
Well,
so
it seems like you needed that month and a half off because you're so busy. There's always something new on the horizon.
I needed that, yes, for sure. So yeah, I'm working on that, and then I have my podcast, but that is in Swedish, unfortunately. So we're starting season 4 soon. And yeah, still, working on my nail academy, adding more classes, adding more instructors, and so on. But I'm really excited to launch the website or the web shop, because I have my crew. We're going to do online classes with those girls. They're amazing. So lots of things are going to happen there as well.
Brilliant stuff. And we've had a really nice comment that the courses sound absolutely incredible. Yes, they do. So remember to use your discount scratch for 10% off, but it's only valid until the end of August. So you've got to get in there quick.
Yeah.
Awesome. Celina, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been so nice to kind of catch up and just hear all about your latest venture and what you've got coming up as well, and keep us posted with all of your activity.
Of course. Yeah, no, it's been so nice chatting. It's been forever since we talked or whatever.
A crazy 18 months, but fingers crossed for a bit more normality, and we'll be back at those trade shows in no time, and enjoying ourselves there. But in the meantime, check out mynailacademy.com, and everyone follow it on socials as well, because we all know how good Celina is at socials. So do not miss out on her fabulous reels and content, and also provide some social inspo too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Celina, and we'll catch up soon.
Yes.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.